Hi Aquarius, welcome to your mid-July reading. Today the nodes change signs and the North Node will move into Aries and the South Node will move into fellow air sign Libra. So. If you have been feeling caged at all, if you've been feeling hedged in by someone or by yourself, by your old self, by who you were taught to be, who you have been bullied into being, whatever mold you were supposed to fit in as a child, whatever cage someone tried to put you in as an adult, in a relationship, in a job, during the course of an education. You wanted out so bad. And if you're feeling that way again right now, don't take it out on anyone that you might be dating. It's not their fault. They're not necessarily the ones making you feel caged. You just need a little room. You're tired of the things that you've been holding on to. You need some expansion. You need some space. Everything that up until now made you who you are suddenly feels limiting as opposed to expansive and evolving. It seems like it's holding you back. It seems like you figured out something about how evolution actually works. And now you're questioning how you've been until now. For most of you, it's this old version of you, this suddenly outdated version of you that feels like it's holding you back. For others, it might be a partner, could be a job, but it's something that has too much control. It brings you down, pulls you down, keeps you down, has quite a lot of power over you. And Leo season doesn't let you get away with this old version of yourself anymore. You're sick of it. You want new, you want different, you want to grow, you want to evolve, you want stimulation, you want to be intrigued, you want to be interested again. That whole, I'm an Aquarius, I know everything, it gets so boring. You want surprises, you want adventure. The kind of abundance that comes to you now is really exciting. And you deserve it. You've been hedged in a little too long, no? Feels that way. So it's a really great time for your reputation, building your reputation. Not as great for money, but in terms of building the brand, getting the right people to like you, getting the right people to trust you, it's a great time. It will translate into money later, just not right now. So, keep the faith. This Wheel of Fortune here representing more your name, more people knowing who you are, more people respecting what you do. In a lot of cases, it's someone close to you actually starting to take what you do seriously. And then there is the Tower. Bottom of the deck is the Star and the Page of Swords. For those of you who are new, the Star is the Aquarian card. Okay. So, in many respects, mid-July to mid-August is not easy, Aquarius. There are some real moments of havoc and chaos. And you may feel deeply betrayed and confused by someone that you thought wanted to see you win, by someone that you believed in, by someone that you see as an inspirational figure. And coincidentally, they may also feel like they have been betrayed and deceived, betrayed by you as well. Everyone in this situation is confused. And this confusion, especially if the person you're dealing with is also an air sign, this confusion can lead to breaks, permanent breaks. But if the relationship is worth holding on to, then you may want to really think about it, because it's slipping out of your hands. And sometimes there's still a really easy solution to this kind of thing. It could be based on like a very simple misunderstanding, but it's the kind of thing that, whether it's a person that's disappointing you, that all of a sudden seems to like not like you anymore, or someone that you believed in a lot and then you find out that they're not really on your side. It could be something that you were putting a lot into and now it feels like that thing is falling apart and you don't understand why. This all adds to an atmosphere of lessening of yourself. You feel diminished, confusion, betrayal, and it seems to like be mirrored from every side. So you feel that way about people, but people feel that way about you as well. And the only thing to really do here to clear up all this confusion is to have a very honest heart-to-heart. And that may not be easy. It may be very difficult actually to do, because whomever this is or whatever the situation here is, they don't really want to talk to you. They've kind of made up their mind about you, which is sad because this looks like a pretty basic misunderstanding. So it's up to you if you feel like doing the legwork, if you feel like, this person is important to you, if the situation is important to you. If you want to do that legwork, go right ahead. But this is how it looks for now. And the astrology backs this up. You're strong though, so you're able to negotiate very effectively. You're able to, if you are not in the wrong, if there is no betrayal on your end of things, it's very easy for you to explain yourself and talk it through. But if you feel like something is off, it is incumbent on you. It behooves you to talk about it and say something about it, because the other person, the other side of this, whether an institution, a person, a friend, a colleague, they're not going to say anything. And then you stand to lose somebody, unfortunately, somebody who, means something to you or is quite beneficial to you, either way. Okay, what else? It's really easy for you at this time to become quite paranoid and obsessive after that tower moment in a couple of weeks. That's why I'm saying it's so important to talk all this through instead of making up scenarios in your head. It's so important to talk this through instead of making up scenarios in your head, because once you go down this road of being, contemplative as you think you're being, it's going to go so wrong. It's going to go so bad. We don't want to do this. We don't want to get in our head. We want to talk it out. We want to talk it through, whatever's going on. There is a reason. There is a person on the other end of this situation. We can talk to them about it. We can figure out what it is. If you start making up scenarios in your head, it's going to go left because you don't have all the information and you're not psychic, and neither am I, and we don't know what's going on in people's minds. So you just want to steer clear of the tendency to use your tendency to loop about this particular situation. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Because it can get on top of you. Because a lot of what you're changing right now and having to let go of, a lot of what you're sick of about yourself, you're basing that on aspirational things that you want to change into or that you want to be. And so if the other end of this seesaw is empty, or if the tower moment takes from you whatever is aspirational for you, it's going to create a vacuum and it's very uncomfortable for you. It's something that you're going to try to figure out, like, oh no, I thought I had this figured out. This was so good for me. I really liked it the way that it was. Why is it not like that anymore? What can I do? What should I do? How can I figure this out? And if you get into what you think is problem solving mode, which it's not, it's just you looping and, overthinking, that it can go left. But if you take that same opportunity to say, hey, let's communicate about this. I don't know what's really going on, but we need to have a talk. So I don't have anything in my head, just so I want facts, right? I want to know what's really up. I don't want to have to make it up on my own, because that's just not good for me. That's a great basis for you to tackle what comes up in July instead of doing what you normally do. And since you're sick of doing what you normally do anyway, this is a great chance to practice. You know, Aquarius, you don't have to be the way that you've been up until now. This natural restlessness that you are exhibiting about who you've been up until now and wanting to be different, it's very normal, and it's about time. Respectfully, it's about time. So don't be afraid of your new impulses. Don't be afraid of your new wants and desires. Don't be afraid of things that fit perfectly before now feeling a little too tight, because you're allowing yourself to look past your fixed nature and your need for certain things to be very fixed. And from that comes like these leaps of evolution that at first may seem disastrous. You know, they at first seem like a tower moment, but like I often like to point out to you, in the I Ching, the hexagram called shock, in that hexagram, it speaks of how good and bad can be just as equally shocking and just as disconcerting. So you wanting to be different, you wanting to grow, you feeling restless and almost sick of who you've been until now, not like you hate yourself or anything like that. You're ready for forward movement. And for you to then be confronted with something that seems like a tower moment, it's like, okay, well, this is the thing that's gonna, you know, like test my mettle and like put me over the edge. And if you look at this from a place of high self-esteem, if you walk through this as a person with high self-esteem and self-respect and dignity, you come out just fine. If you're shady, if you're underhanded, if there's betrayal here, then things can go left, like I said. But other than that, being very honest, being very straightforward is the best way. It's the best way. And then in summation, vote for me, no school lunches. No, it's a joke that I've been doing. It's a great time for you to venture into something new. Like really challenge yourself. Try something new, learn something new, get into a new industry just for fun. You're smart. You'll make time. It'll make you happy. It always does. It'll occupy you too, which I think you need. I think your mind is a little bit hungry. I think it's been a while since it's been just preoccupied with like work and love and stuff, and maybe it's getting a little bit bored. You are an intellectual after all. You need your expansive activities, yeah? I love you. Let's look at these cards, right? The cards you can see through an instant link where you get the link for the video in your email right away. You can watch them on Vimeo, and then you can go back and watch them whenever you want. Or you can subscribe to one of the many Aquarius tiers. I said Pisces because I think I just made a Pisces and Aquarius tier, which didn't exist before. Many Aquarius tiers on Patreon. And there's also a link for our New York event, which is on August 26th, and a link for personal readings. One more time, I love you.